Hello everyone, my name is Casey Howe. I am the president of ICD Section 15. ICD is actually the world's first honoring international organization. It is actually founded in 1920. ICD is very different in the sense that you have a continuity in membership, and the membership is actually by invitation. Usually we will invite members who have very good track record credential, then honor them. ICD is all about leadership. The leadership that we are emphasizing is what we call servant leadership. We emphasize on serving people. We believe that a leader is actually being trained, be built, and be nurtured. This is the reason why ICD is the only organization in the world. We started with a youth leadership division. We invite the senior fellow who are credential member by their own society or their own country. They be a mentor, they lead the young people, give them the leadership training, give them the opportunity to serve. These young people will be able to become the future leader of the profession. Section 15, we actually evolved from Section 20, which is actually the rest of the world, meaning that many countries together. So we used to be part of that Section 20 Asia. So when I became the president for the Section 20, which is world at large, I realized that it's too wide a geographical area. This is Asia, also in Caribbean, it's also in Africa, it's also in certain part of Latin America, which is almost impossible for us to work together. I then focused in the Asia area. Throughout the 6 years of interactions with all the fellows within Asia, come to one consensus is that we wanted to form ICD Asia. We are named as Section 15 because we are the 15th section to be given the autonomous section status. We are very different from any other section because most sections are based on country. For example, United States, China. We are actually comprised of 13 countries and then 2 special regions, Guinea, Hong Kong and Macau. And together we become spread over a very wide region of Asia, as far back as Afghanistan and as far east as Hong Kong, and Brunei and Indonesia also. So with such a vast geographical area, so the culture, racial group, also religious different. We become very multicultural, multiracial, multi-religious, and then how do we actually work together? And that becomes a very unique culture of the Asian people that like in Malaysia, we are at the crossroad between the East and the Western culture. So therefore, we grew up in an environment where we get along with different type of people, exposed to different type of food, and then we, over the years, we form a very balanced view, different people's opinion, and we tend to be a very neutral people that we almost can get along with anybody, that we can speak multilingual, and that with that spirit and with that nature, this is where ICD is standing for. ICD is about leadership, it's about servant leadership, it's also about having a balanced and neutral view. And I feel that if we can get all the dentists and all the people within Asia to get together to form ICD, that is going to make our dental profession very united, and that also gives us an opportunity to travel, to know each other, and then to be able to serve the profession in a greater geographical area and make everyone understand each other better. What I like the young people is that, you know, one of the things about working with the young people is that it makes you feel young. Alright, and we always wanted to have that youthful and very rejuvenated sort of feeling. So therefore, I like to interact with the young people. And one thing I know about the young people when I get along with them is that they have a lot of talents, they have a lot of energy, and they wanted to show their talents, right? And so with that, if you nurture them and give them an opportunity to serve, they will be very, very happy to serve, and then they will bring their energy to make ICD a very vibrant international organization. And so this is why we started with a youth division, and we wanted a mentoring system is that if the young people come together, they can have a lot of idea, but they certainly need leadership to guide them. They do need someone to give them a guidance in terms of what they want to do in life. For example, some young people, they want to be a specialist. Then what sort of advice can we give to them? Some people wanted to actually be an international speaker. Do we also give them a platform for them to be able to speak? And some people like to actually in the debate or even competition, okay, then we give them a platform also. So what we essentially wanted to do is that in any areas of your choice, alright, so we get a group of international young dentists who come together under our leadership, and then we provide them some funding, alright, and then we provide them with guidance. We give them opportunity. At the end of the day, plus their energy, I think we are going to make it very successful international organization. I think that our young people will become a fellow much earlier, much faster, and much better than us. Okay, as an orthodontist myself, I understand that a lot of people love to become an orthodontist. Very happy and very proud to hear that. It's because orthodontist is the specialty in dentistry that's able to transform a person's smile. When you transform a person's smile, you actually change a person's life because it instills confidence. When they are able to exhibit confidence in everything that they do, and that's precisely what the orthodontist job is all about. So by becoming an orthodontist, not only that we remove teeth, we are able to change the skeletal profile, we are able to intercept a developing malocclusion and to prevent it from getting worse. Alright, then how do we inspire people is that, right, if we can look into all the beautiful smile before and after, and you look into so many patients that before they started the treatment, they have such a huge inferiority complex that they are shy to smile, and at the end you make them smile so happily. And some of our patients actually become a winner of the beauty pageant contest, or become a celebrity, or become the air stewardess. Alright, then you see them become very successful in life, and that's the most rewarding thing that we find. So how do I motivate people to become an orthodontist? I would say that if you are someone who loves to smile and who loves to bring sunny smile to the world, and you want to be the architect of smile, that it can design it and customize to everyone's needs, then you should become an orthodontist. And then of course I'll be very happy to guide you, to actually share with you what are all the unlimited possibilities that orthodontists can offer to you. In the past, right, when you want to become an orthodontist, the only way you can do is actually just go into a postgraduate program, and then you then sit for the Master in Orthodontist. Then after that, you sit for the Royal College of Surgeons of the NCA examination, and you get the M of RCS. Then you become a registrable orthodontist. Alright, and that's actually in particular in Malaysia context. Okay, and those actually meant for British system. Right, but there are some other countries, they don't follow the British system, so therefore they have their own country's exit qualification as a specialist. But nowadays, we notice that as more and more people are doing orthodontics, all right, and we also find that some general dental practitioners are doing some simple orthodontics, and there are also more and more courses that is being offered. So ICD also feel that we should also be able to be a certifying body by working with the university, right, who are offering such a courses, and then we give a credential to them, and then we also wanted to be able to recommend some of the young people to either take a full-fledged postgraduate course or to take a higher diploma in orthodontics. Okay, so they can then be a general dental practitioner, special interest in orthodontics. And then we actually feel that orthodontics is getting more and more important, and not everyone who practice orthodontics will want to practice to the specialist level. But yet, it is sufficient and more than enough work for everyone to be able to help so many people who wants to have a beautiful smile, and then to be into the limited practice in a general dental practitioner, but yet with a very special interest in orthodontics. I think orthodontics can always offer that in terms of smile design, in terms of adjunctive treatment, for example, a tip, mesolytic tip that we can upright it to either place a bridge or place an implant, all right, or to be a full mouth rehabilitation that just do the basic alignment before we do the full mouth aesthetic treatment. All right, so there are a lot of things that we as an orthodontist, we like to help people, but we also like to caution many people that not to enter into a really highly complex specialist work, and therefore by training them will make them understand what's the limitations of orthodontics and where should they stick their boundary to. Alright, so education is always a very important step to make people realize what they can do and what they could not do, and that is important. So ICD would like to play their role to make everyone understand that, and so the specialist and the general practitioner will be able to work together in a much more cohesive manner. What I would like to offer to a lot of young people is that those days when I graduated about 30 years ago, every practitioner who graduated will always look into opening their own clinic. But nowadays, the trend has actually changed, because we find that the rising living cost, the rental cost, and the manpower cost, and also all the medical equipment cost with the technology, we begin to realize that actually it is not so affordable for many young dentists when they wanted to own their own clinic. It wasn't as easy as 30 years ago. So my advice to a lot of young dentists is that learn from a very senior practitioner, all right, and try exploring a group practice, try exploring a specialist center practice, and try exploring for a thought of practicing what we call integrated dentistry. What do we mean by integrated dentistry is that, right, you are not just restricting yourself to a very general dentistry, and you are actually doing a much more broader spectrum of practice, but yet you actually keep yourself in a very safe boundary, and you actually have a center which have all the high technology readily available, that you do not have to use all your earning to invest into that. The center is all on a shared basis. So what we can do as a leader of the dental professions is that, right, we should continue to build strength to our young dentists to empower them, to enable them so that they can shine, they practice to the highest level, and they still have their flexibility in time, they still have their lifestyle, they still can continue to learn it, and then at the end of the day, we fulfill their dream to let them take ownership of the clinic. Alright, so this will be, I think, it's an evolving concept in dentistry that not many people can actually stand the stress of having one clinic, having to open 7 days, 7 nights. But it's more important that we have a dedicated specialist center where we open 7 days, 7 nights, but everyone has a chance to rest, has an opportunity to travel and take a break, to take a vacation, and also have the opportunity to practice high level of dentistry utilizing the latest technology, and yet does not have to invest so much into that. And at the end of the day, we as leader, we empower them and we give them the ownership of a share of the clinic also. I think this will be an evolving concept, and this is what me as a president of ICD would like to build my young dentists towards that direction, to let them see a new perspective, a new horizon of what future dentistry can be and what their future can be also. Nowadays, I think the social media, say for example Facebook, Instagram, there's so many of them. Alright, so this is already connecting the world together. By connecting the world together, but we wanted to have a focus group. Focus group is like dentist, but even dentist is so big. Alright, so how do we focus it? We focus into a youth group. And again, youth group, there's still so many youth dentists also. Can we even focus into ICD? So within ICD, we can even focus into those people who wants to become a future leader, those people who wanted to become a future specialist, those people who wanted to become a future community service or public health, alright? So that those people who like to actually networking, communicating with people. So they are able to use this networking and then to reach out to anyone who is interested and to invite them to join us, alright? And they are also able to use that platform to share knowledge, alright, and then to actually share their expertise. They also can use it as a platform for them to shine, so that whatever that they presented, the rest of the world all witness them. So we give them a platform. Alright, so what we as ICD are doing is that we have gone through the past 100 years since 1920, and that 100 years has seen us gone through First World War and the Second World War, and also gone through many financial, political crises. But we are at a generation where we still have not got all this social media platform and everything. So what's the next 100 years? The next 100 years is for the youth, with all the digital technology, social media technology, networking technology, alright, and they are going to link not only ICD Section 15 together, but it's going to link the entire ICD worldwide together. And with that, we actually find ourselves just with one touch of a button, we are actually accessing to the whole world. So with that, we find that social media is such a powerful platform, right? And then we can let our youth to serve the world, to actually air their vision, alright, and to also contribute themselves to not only serve the dental profession, but also to serve, to enhance, optimize oral health, and to improve that in the world. And one thing we can also do is that with our vision, with our ambition, with our dedication to the profession, we could even influence the World Health Organization, the policy maker, by actually placing more emphasis into dentistry. I'd like to welcome everyone. Come and join ICD Section 15 and join our youth division. You will find that this will be a live lasting memories for you, and you will never regret it. Thank you very much.